Hello, welcome back to We Have Indonesia 2020 Goes Online. This is Institution Webinar Series. My name is Anton Hilman and I'm going to moderating this webinar. This webinar is going to be presented by the representative of INSEEC Business School. Please stay tuned until the end of this webinar because after the presentation, we will hold a Q&A session. If you have any question about the presentation or anything related to the institution, you can submit your question in YouTube's comment section anytime during the presentation. And now, please welcome INSEEC Business School. Bonjour, monsieur.
Everyone, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you, but we cannot see your video, your face. Sorry.
Okay. Is it working now?
Yes, it works.
Okay, perfect. Hi, everyone. So my name is Paul Bosso, and I'm part of the international admission team for the group INSEEC. So I'm just going to give you a quick overview regarding my background, first of all. So I have 10 years of experience in the administrative and human resources field, mainly in France and also in Canada, where I spent over 7 years. And actually, I joined the group INSEEC shortly after my return from Tomodo. So as you can imagine, I'm really aware of the positive effect of switching environment and living in a different country. And I know that it's not always easy, but it's a really good experience and it's totally worth it. And I also volunteered in a company organizing a soccer event for male and female, maybe. So today we're going to talk about the INSEEC group, of course, and I'll break down the presentation in different sections. So INSEEC history with key achievement is one of the part I'm going to talk about, like the most important dates and the key figures. We also going to mention the different campuses, inside and outside of Europe, and we are going to switch to the INSEEC U Divisions, like the different areas of expertise, and dig deeper into our group network. Because as you know, our students are generally curious to know the type of company that the group INSEEC collaborate with. And then we are going to break down some of our programs and how they work. And then we're going to finish by the admission and application process, and also the part of contact and question. So we're going to leave a couple of minutes at the end of the presentation in order for you to be able to ask questions if there are some points that are still unclear for you guys, and also our contact information in case of you want to contact us separately, or if you have something specific that you want to address, you're also going to have the possibility to do so through our contact. I'm going to leave you guys our generic email address and my personal one, and I can also provide my phone number if necessary. So now I'm just going to do a quick presentation of my document.
Okay, while waiting, I just want to inform you that if you have any question about the presentation or anything related to the institution, you can submit your question in YouTube's comment section.
So is my document visible right now?
No, we are still download your document. A moment, maybe you can use your presentation because we are still downloading the document you sent.
Okay, so I just need to be able to share my screen because the document is open on my side. I don't know. I don't think you have access to it right now. Let me just try to see if I can quickly. All right then, so I think as of right now, everybody can see it, right? Trying to switch the way you guys can see it.
Je pense que pour projeter le PowerPoint, vous pouvez
Mhm.
cliquer la partie l'écran en bas de français ou bien France. Voilà, il y a ce petit bouton, il faut cliquer ça et après, voilà, vous pouvez projeter. Non, ça, en bas de français et France. Non, c'est pas celle-là, mais un peu à gauche. Voilà, en plus. OK, ça c'est parti là. Non, 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 à côté, avant. Voilà, c'est parti là. Merci. Voilà.
Here we go. Merci beaucoup. Okay. Here we go. So as I previously mentioned, so right now we're going to talk about the history and the key achievements. Here we go. Sorry for that. So that part regarding the different experience and the specific dates. So there was a lot of acquisitions regarding the different schools and also the creation of certain campuses. So we mentioned Sub de Pub Digital School and London campuses, and also the division for wine and spirits, which was in 2006. So as you can see, the group keeps growing through the years, and that's a really good sign. I think that's something really important to acknowledge and mention. And regarding the key figures, it's just another to give you an idea of how big the group is. So we have 16 schools, 10 campuses in France and abroad, 28,000 students, 92 different nationalities, 345 faculty members, 515 academic partnerships, 6 incubators, and 100,000 alumni. Here you can see the different campuses regarding the globe, meaning we have campuses in France, in Lyon, Bordeaux, Chambéry, Geneva, Monaco, London, San Francisco, Shanghai, and Abidjan. Those are the different countries where you have campuses, INSEEC campuses. So you have different cities in Europe. So inside Europe and outside, you have both. So the way our educative programs is set up. You have 4 different major areas of expertise. You have the management, the engineering, the communication and design, and you have the political science. So across these poles, INSEEC provide a large range of training and also different type of trainings. So you have the initial way and continuous, you have blended and learning, and you have apprenticeship. And our program goes from the Bachelor to DBS program. So here is another way to see the different type of programs. So that way you can see the different schools offering the different program or the different type of program that I previously mentioned. So for example, for management, this is something that you can find at EBS Paris, ESC, INSEEC Bachelor, or MSc and BA, for example. Political science is something that you can find only in HEIP, HEIP. And engineering is something that you can find only in EC mainly. And Subdepub is the most famous regarding communication, digital, and creation. And here is another way to see the strength, our strengths, which is our network, because we work with different companies, and this is something that we built through the years. Our network, I mean. So since 1975, that's a really long time, and that proves that the link, the connections we made through the years are really solid. And I think that's a mark of trust. So just to give you an idea, we brought you a couple of brands, a couple of companies, a couple of firms that we work with, like for example, LVMH, Chanel, Dior, Apple, Toyota, Unilever, Air France, KPMG. So I'm not going to mention all of them, but it's just to give you an overview, an idea of the different type of company we work with. This is something very different. We have a lot of different type of companies, different activities, different type of activities that those companies work for. And I think this is something that could be inspiring and give you a good overview of the type of company you will be able to work for after a diploma or even during, because there's also for some programs the possibility to directly being in contact during your program with those companies. So as I mentioned earlier, we have a multidisciplinary approach with different poles, different sectors. So we have business management, engineering, communication and digital, political science, and center of expertise. So those are the main areas. So if you take it one by one, the first one, business management, this is 25% international, and there is a high rate for employability. And we also have the accreditations, and the portfolio for this program is really huge. Then engineering, you can see that the international part is a little bit lower, which is normal, but the employability rate stays really high, sorry. Here, we decided to take one example and break it down to give you a quick overview of the way the different programs are offered. This one is the Master in Luxury Management, and we divided the 2 different years. The first one is a general class to understand the basics in that field. And the second year is the specialization. So you're gonna dig deeper and work with cosmetics, industry management. You're gonna study the fashion marketing, design, brand strategies, and also luxury brand management, food and wine. And we also provide you just few key elements to give you a better understanding. So this training is awarded by Universal and ranked number 10 in category luxury management. And this is something optional, but you have a learning tour in Seoul, South Korea, 8 days in immersion. So basically you have this trip to support your program. And I think it's always a good thing to be able to be on the field to see how things happens, and in the meantime you can relate both the theoretical part with the fact of practicing being on the field. And here, this is more general. We're talking about the master in general, the masters in English, and the way they are composed. So, for example, the first year, you have the programs like international finance, international management, marketing, wine and spirit, international sport management, digital business and sustainability management, and you have data management and artificial intelligence. As previously mentioned, the second year is the specialization. So you're gonna have more detailed formation, something really oriented. For example, you have commercial engineering and project management, European business management MBA, the new marketing trends and data, the management MBA, business development and entrepreneurship, the green digital purchasing and supply chain management, and the sustainable human management. I also quickly talked about the political science, saying that HEIP is the main school offering this type of program. And the way this program is composed, the first year you have 2 semesters of classes and 2 trimesters of classes and 1 trimester of internship. And the second year, this is 1 semester of classes and 1 semester of internship. So I think it's a good thing, as I previously mentioned, the fact that you have the possibility to be at school or receiving the classes, and on the other side, being able to practice on the field what you learned at school. So you have both components, which are really important. So a few key elements for this area. We have a Nobel Prize managing this department, and professors are ambassadors, secretary of states, business owners, because it's really important to understand and see that the courses are offered by someone who really know the field, someone who's expert. So in this case, you have those type of person handling the different programs and part of this area. And the last key element is the fact that classes includes geopolitics, international relations, diplomacy, and foreign languages. And the type of careers that you can embrace after this type of programs are ambassador, business diplomacy, lobbying, or consultant. So here is the way this program is composed, because I think programs related to politics are a little bit specific. So the first year, the example of course could be international trade practices, international economy geography, and import and export. And for example, second year, you could have international business and diplomacy and international business and public policies. This is that part is especially for a double degree program. This is something that you could do, and the careers that could offer that program are really different. So it could be, for example, institutional affairs officer, expert in public affairs and lobbying, and public sector consultant. Feel free to interrupt me if you feel that I'm going too fast, or if you need more explanation on certain areas.
Tout va bien, vous pouvez continuer.
D'accord. So here is another example of the different programs we offer, and this one is the Bachelor program. Bachelor programs, you have two different years. The first one is the general classes to understand the different functional areas of a company. So it's kind of an introduction. So the different areas that could be reviewed are marketing, finance, human resources, management. And on top of that, you have two different internships. The second years is the moment you start digging deeper, and you are going to do workshop, seminars, case studies, and on top of that, you have 2 months of internship and the possibility to have 1 semester in London. This is one of the campuses you have the possibility to study. You have London, and you also have San Francisco campus. And the third year, you have the different options, which are international business and French wine and gastronomy. For this particular program, the different career paths could lead to marketing, business development, management, and entrepreneurship. Those are the different areas that you could work on as soon as you have this diploma, this certification, sorry. So this part is the accreditation, because the quality of our program is guaranteed by labels, certification, and accreditation. So I think it's really important to mention that the programs that we are offering are recognized, are acknowledged by the professional and by the different areas that I previously mentioned. So for example, you have a certification of our master degree by the French Ministry of Higher Education. You have international AMBA accreditation, level 1 and 2 certification from the CNP. So this is just to give you an idea of the type of accreditation we have and the different labels. So right now, this is the application and requirement process. For B1, the minimum requirement is a high school diploma. For B2, you have a certain number of European credits. This is how it works for B2, B3, and even the masters. So for Bachelor 1 and 2, you need between 60 credit and 120. For Master 1 and Master 2, you need between 180 credits and 240. And depending on if you want to have the program in a different language, you're going to have to pass or to present a test in the language you're going to have this program. So for example, you want a program in French, that's definitely a possibility, but you're going to have to provide a test like TCF, DALF, or DELF, which are the different tests that are offered for French. In English, that's the same thing. If in case, because I know it happened in certain cases, if you need English test, this is the same thing. You have different organisms and different companies offering those tests, like TOEFL, which is the most famous, TOEIC, and IELTS. And we have three different prices, different prices for our program. The Bachelor, the price is 7,950. Then you have MSc MBA, which is 10,750. And then you have PGE, which is le programme Grande École, which is 9,750. And this is the price for 1 year. And if you would like to apply, or if you have more information about the way to apply, you can ask myself. And you also have the website in order for you to apply to one of these programs. And this is how the process starts. You need to apply first online, and then we will review your application. So here are the information, as I mentioned, in case of you want to send us particular questions, or if you have any interrogation that you want to address now, you have the possibility. So now you have both options. You have the possibility to answer your questions right now if you want to, and you also have the possibility to email us. So I provided two different contacts. One is for my colleague Celia Onya, which is the one I usually do the webinars with. And the general one is international admissions, for in case of you have any questions regarding the process of application, or any question of the sort, just feel free to let us know.
Okay, merci beaucoup, Monsieur Paul, pour votre présentation. Thank you for your presentation. Now we'll begin the Q&A session. The first question, it goes, for students having a master degree in language program, is there any possibility to be accepted in second year Master of International Relations? Thank you.
So it really depends on the student profile, because usually we like the person start from the Master 1, which is the general introduction, and this is the moment that the teachers teach the basics. So this is in order for you to arrive in Master 2 with solid knowledges. But if after reviewing your profile, so the interviews, your resumes, and the different diplomas you have, we feel that you will be able to go directly in Master 2, there's a possibility.
All right, merci beaucoup. The next question, it goes, what kind of document should be prepared to apply to your school?
So the document that we review are the resume and the diploma, which is the part that's gonna give us an idea of who we are facing just and I think this is something really important. After that, there's a documentation part for the visa, but this is not a part that we usually get involved. But regarding our way to process and the way to review the application, yes, we usually review in priority the different marks that the student had during the past and during the different certification he had, and the resume. So marks, certification, and resume.
All right. Merci beaucoup. The next question. For Indonesian high school student, is it okay to apply with their national high school diploma?
It is. It is. It is. The high school diploma is definitely a certification that we use for the application. So yes, this is something that Indonesian student could use.
All right. Merci beaucoup. The next question. Could you share the information about the living costs?
So this is not something that we disclose at this point, even if this is something that we could provide you in a short PDF document. And if the person or if the student has specific questions regarding the cost of life, this is something that we could easily reply. So it's a little bit hard to explain it verbally, but this is something that we can easily provide in writing.
Okay, merci beaucoup. Thank you for the answer. The next question is, what is the minimum of GPA if I want to enroll to international relation program?
I'm sorry, could you repeat the question?
What is the minimum of GPA to apply to the international relation program for master degree?
So is it the number of credit that the student is referring
non,
to?
En fait, la question c'est sur la note finale de la licence. Est-ce que vous avez commandé, par exemple, le minimum note pour les étudiants ou, voilà.
Okay, so the final mark is part of the component that we review. So of course you need to be above the average, but this is not the only point that we are going to review. So the mark is important, but this is part of the information we are going to review.
All right, thank you. The next question, it goes, for international student, is there any possibility to do the part-time job during the study? Thank you.
There's the possibility, but this is something that needs to be verified with the visa, because we know certain visa doesn't offer the possibility to the student to be able to work on the side. So as long as this is permitted by the visa, the student has the possibility to do it here.
Could you share the information what kind of job, part-time job student could do in France?
So it depends. It could be in retails. Those are the ones that are usually easy to get when you're coming from a different environment, I would say. And you also have call centers position. Those are the type of of positions that a student could get, but I would say in retails mainly, and sometimes even inside the schools itself, there's opportunities. Not always, but that could happen.
Thank you for your answer. Next question, it goes, what kind of support the campus provide for international students?
In terms of support, could you be a little bit more specific? Like, are
uh,
you?
like how to find the apartment, how to do the administrative like the visa or fee or admission procedure about a bank account or immigration issue.
Mhm.
Thank you.
So, unfortunately, we are not involved in the immigration process, as I mentioned previously. But I know in terms of housing, apartments, and this type of areas, we work with partners, so we can provide uh, the names and the link to the students, and the school itself generally has more information and sometimes campuses. So there are multiple options, I would say.
Okay, thank you for your answer. The next question, and it would be the last question. For the internship program, do you have students to find a place for internship? Thank you.
So internship is a little bit specific because you have to had previously stayed in France for a year. That's the minimum requirement. If there was a part of your life where you lived in France for at least a year, you're eligible for internship.
So your campus helps students to find the place for internship program, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for your answer.
Welcome.
I guess that's the end of our Q&A session. Just a reminder that you can connect with the representative through the information given earlier. Merci beaucoup, Monsieur Paul, for your presentation.
Thank you very much.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.
Bye. And to all the audience, thank you for watching. And for your information, we organized Virtual Fair today, where you can connect directly with the university. Kindly visit our website event.ehab.id and go to the exhibitor site. Thank you and see you in our next session.